Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Mycology Monday. Thanks for tuning into episode 2 of Zach to the Future. I just tried to record this a couple times and this is the third time, so third time lucky. I'll get stuck straight into it. Today I'm going to be talking about the health benefits of oyster mushrooms. I've been growing them for a while now. I've been very, very happy with my return on my investment energetically. It's quite effortless. You don't really have to do much and it's extremely rewarding. So I really hope to encourage as many people as I can today to start growing mushrooms. Start with oysters. They're the easiest. You can't really go wrong and they're so delicious. So you probably wondered, seeing some oyster in your favorite stir fry and thought, I wonder how beneficial that is to me. Well, believe it or not, they're actually extremely beneficial. So I'll get stuck into some of about 8 health benefits of oyster mushrooms today. So this is what it looks like when they come in the packaging. I've been getting mine from Life Cycle, a Byron Bay company. So I'll get stuck into it. It's not everything about oyster mushrooms, it's just some things that I find quite interesting. So oyster mushrooms come in several distinct types. Each one of them is packed full of antioxidants, vitamins and minerals to keep your body healthy and defending against disease. So the different types of oyster mushrooms: king oyster mushrooms, pink oyster mushrooms, phoenix oyster mushrooms, golden oyster mushrooms, blue oyster mushrooms, which is what these are over here, and pearl oyster mushrooms. So most of the nutritional, incredible, beneficial elements from mushrooms come from their nutritional profile. So mushrooms in general are excellent for overall health and weight loss because they're low in calories and fat with absolutely zero cholesterol. Great news. So oyster mushrooms are no different, boasting 28 calories per 1 cup, serving 1 gram of fat, 2 grams of dietary fiber and 3 grams of protein. So you've still got your protein in there, laughing. Beyond the basics, oyster mushrooms have decent nutritional value thanks to their wide range of vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. So you've got niacin in there, vitamin D, iron, riboflavin, potassium, vitamin B6, B vitamins, folic acid, magnesium, vitamin C, pantothenic acid and amino acids. So I'll get stuck into 8 health benefits of oyster mushrooms. So traditionally in Chinese medicine, it has been documented for centuries the benefits of not only oyster mushrooms, but an array of different mushrooms. So the documentation is there. This isn't newfound knowledge. This is, I wouldn't say forgotten because some cultures have remembered it, but it's old knowledge that I think is important to be coming up today at a time when we're needing as many things in our life that are going to benefit our healthcare for the best. So it's great for immune system support, lowering high blood pressure, which is applicable to a lot of people in my life, regulating cholesterol levels, building strong bones, which is absolutely important. So magnesium and vitamin D are absolutely essential to process the calcium for your bones to grow stronger. So it's great for the building blocks for bone strength and building bone density. It's got great anti-inflammatory properties, anti-cancer properties, which is wonderful. We all know someone who's dealt with the big C and it's horrible. So if you can do something now rather than later, I think prevention is the best cure. Protecting the heart against cardiovascular diseases, which is wonderful. I'm going to link the information down here below. Shout out to Fresh Cap Mushrooms for the blog. There's a lot of amazing information always available on this website. So defending against neurological diseases. And that's just 8. A little summary of 8 of the wonderful health benefits of oyster mushrooms. So they're easy to cook with. Personally, I've recently cut beef out of my life. I've kind of substituted it with oyster mushrooms, a little bit of garlic, some ghee, fry it up, and it is absolutely divine, the flavor. And I've happily made the change. I've found that I'm digesting my mushrooms much better than I was my beef, which is why I originally kind of stopped having to eat it. But so the bottom line, Oyster mushrooms aren't just a delicious edible mushroom, they're also extremely nutritious and packed with antioxidants. It's easy to include more oyster mushrooms in your diet or find antioxidant-packed medicinal mushroom supplement to defend against cancer, inflammation, and other diseases. So Tegan Shields was the author of this information, so I just wanted to pay homage to her and to the guys at Fresh Cap Mushrooms. I posted on my socials if anyone had any questions regarding mushrooms. A friend of mine, Lily, was interested in knowing how many times she can rehydrate her mycelium after she's harvested her first initial growth. So from my experience, I've gotten 3 good harvests from 1 bag of mycelium. So once you've taken your first harvest, cut it off, you can let it sit for a week, or you can rehydrate the mycelium network. So the way that I do that, to answer your question at the same time, Matt, because Matt was interested in knowing how to stop contamination spreading after you are rehydrating your block or your mycelium after your first harvest. So to minimize contamination and also to rehydrate your mycelium, you essentially stick it in a bucket submerged in cold water, preferably if you have the space to keep it in the fridge. The cooler water reduces the amount of contamination, so you can essentially kill 2 birds in 1 stone. After you've rehydrated it for 12 to 24 hours. Personally, I've done 24 hours. It's a little bit tricky to submerge the mycelium because it's quite buoyant in the water, but you'll figure out how to do it. Once you've done that, then you're free to grow the mushrooms again, so you can repeat the process back from step 1. So the cold water should stop the contamination spread. Generally with oyster mushrooms, they're pretty hardy, so you won't really have to worry about too much contamination. That's it for me today. This is my longest video. I rambled on a little bit. I actually recorded this 2 times before and it didn't work. So thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone has an amazing week. If you have any questions or you want to learn more about mushrooms, just comment below and I'll get to you personally. If you could like, comment, and also subscribe, that'd be sensational. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a beautiful week.